Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. I am in Springfield, Missouri, and we're stopping at the granddaddy of all outdoor stores. Where is that? Bass Pro. This is the largest attraction in all of Missouri, where about 4 million people, that's right, 4 million people flock to this attraction every year, making it the most traveled to destination in the entire state. I had no idea. I would think it's something like Branson or St. Louis, both of which have these huge, massive followings of people who come to see them, but no, it's Bass Pro. So let's roll the intro and I'll show you why. Now, Mr. Bear, I personally am an outdoor person, but I know lots of people who aren't. Is Bass Pro a place that they can come to? It is? There's stuff to do here for even the non-outdoorsy person? That's crazy. Now, while there is a huge amount of retail space here, there are lots of other things as well. So you can come in and buy all sorts of fun things, everything from snacks, goodies, t-shirts, outdoor supplies, but you can also check out the animals. Look at that soft-tailed turtle next to all of those sliders. That's awesome. Now, I've been in here before, and one of my personal favorites is this area right here. And you can see that it's absolutely amazingly themed, but there are some special little inhabitants just down here that make it worth it. Now, right now, they're pretty quiet and tucked away, but when these guys are active, they put on quite the show. They zip around the tank, they dive, they pop back up. It's so fun to watch. I'm here a little bit later in the day, so they are definitely kind of a little bit less active, but still really cool that you can see above and below the water. Look at this bear, guys. It's not often you're going to see a bear up close like this. Now, this wall right here talks about Dogwood Canyon Nature Park, and this is not too far away from some of the other areas that we like to go in northern Arkansas. It's a beautiful place, lots of hiking, amazing views of animals, and it's one of the Bass Pro properties. But a little bit different than this Bass Pro, where you can come and do everything for free. So that does have a little bit of a charge. In addition, they do have a state-of-the-art facility that is a national resource right next door, also a Bass Pro property. You can go in through the entrance right here at Bass Pro and see thousands upon thousands of really cool animals. They have both taxidermy animals as well as an aquarium, and it's unlike anything you'll find anywhere in the state of Missouri. We can even enter into a cave Wow. This is the Missouri Cave State. And in here they have their general handles and things like that, but very cool. I don't remember this the last time I was here. Even the elevator has a theme. And look at this quote, "In the wilderness is the preservation of the world." Henry David Thoreau. And we're about to be going up. Now you might notice right there, they actually have a National Sporting Arms Museum. So if that's something you're interested in, absolutely free. Making our way this way, we have the Archery Hall of Fame. Again, absolutely free. And might I just add, so cool. So cool. So cool. Now inside the Archery Hall of Fame, you will find class by class all of the famous archers, and each one of them has a photo and then also some information about them. In addition, these cases right here have some amazing pieces of history. These are so cool. You can see photos, tips, the things that they might have carried with them. Wow. Wow, this is even an Olympic medal. Now, at this point, if you aren't an archery fan, I understand, but just seeing things like that in person and getting an overall feeling of the size of that medal is crazy. It's something that you're not gonna get to do just anywhere, but you can for free at Bass Pro in Springfield. There is a reason they call this the granddaddy of outdoor stores. And to learn a little bit more, they also have these screens set up so that you can learn about the craft and also take in some of the biggest titles. Go ahead and go into the NRA National Sporting Arms Museum because it's here and they have these cool shotguns for door handles. Here we have some famous people who had some famous guns, like John Wayne, or this one was Charles Bronson from the White Buffalo. We also have down here the Wild Bunch, and then the Rough Riders. If you're a fan of Westerns, you can't miss True Grit. And what about The Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg? Now each one of these people is featured by the weapon that they might have used in that movie. As we continue, American Sniper with Bradley Cooper right here. And there's good old Bradley right there. And this one's a personal favorite. Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp. You might recall Angelina Jolie when she played Salt. In this exhibit, there's also a Teddy Roosevelt conservation room right through here. A wax figure of Teddy reading a book while out on the prairie, right here. Within the Teddy Roosevelt room, we have the Antiquities Act of 1906. Now, I have explained this a little bit more on one of my other blogs. This is what protects places like Mesa Verde from people coming out and looting, and then other places as well. On here, you'll notice there is a series of different places that have been protected by this. And some of these are places that are super familiar. Like for example, we've been to Devil's Tower. That was a fun hike. We've been to the Petrified Forest. That one's also very cool. Chaco Canyon, that is the most intact site I've ever been to when it comes to the Native Americans. And then of course the Grand Canyon, been there too. Love all of these places, and they're wonderful because they've been protected for all of us to enjoy. Now, no matter what your thoughts are on any specific political affiliation, and whether or not you like one particular president or not, acts like those are the ones that ensure that you and I can go on adventures to some really amazing places so that we can learn a lot of stuff. So I really appreciate the fact that they have really focused on that particular effort, because that's something that affects all of us as adventurers. Believe it or not, those places have been around for a very long time for us as travelers. Before, they were not protected, and many people went in and just took things from them. That's not cool, guys. Never take things. As we move down, the room is filled with more pieces. This place is so expansive. This section is a section of Texas Rangers. And I've been to several different Texas Ranger sites, but it's cool to see this one because it shows you the people as well as what they might have carried. Now, if you do visit the Texas Ranger Hall of Fame in Waco, Texas, you can find some more of those if you're interested. That's just something about coming to all these places. You connect all the dots and you see more of the full picture. The figures here are amazing, guys, and they depict some really amazing scenes. So this one right here, for example, is the Buffalo Hunter. And as we know now, a lot of the buffalo hunters came in and basically clear-cut the buffalo. But at first, that wasn't always the case. Again, we have to learn from the past to make a better tomorrow. So it's important to see things like this too. Here we have Lewis and Clark, and as we know, Lewis and Clark actually helped us to open up toward the west. And they did so with a massive expedition that took a group of basically special forces guys and navigated, recording all of the new finds. Now, I was in Oregon and Washington, and I did stop off at several sites that were linked directly to the Lewis and Clark navigation. It was a little crazy to know that they have this huge fort that they actually made it to and created just so they could spend the winter there. And putting it together, the pieces again is really good. I passed by on my way to this location here in Springfield, the Lewis and Clark Trail. This is a driving trail that you can go on with several historic sites. So I've definitely add this to that list, even though it's not directly on the trail. Now, this is important to focus on also because this is a musket right here, and it is considered to be an Indian trade musket. Firearms were unknown to the Native Americans for the longest time, but then Europeans started bringing them in, and the face of the world changed. And this is kind of what it might have looked like. I think it's important to see all the different steps that guns have brought to us. Am I a huge endorser of guns? No. Do I personally own one? No. Do I want to know the history though? Absolutely. I think to understand what's going on around me, it's important to know those things. And unfortunately, in the world that we live in today, I feel like that's part of the problem. We don't educate ourselves. So I'm not going to be that person. I'm definitely going to be educated. Now, while we've been here, we've seen some amazing theming, some awesome taxidermy, some amazing, absolutely crazy aquariums, and some halls of fame. I think that's what you call it when there's more than one. I've never been in a place that's had two under a single roof. Look, guys, you can even take a sea turtle home. Do you want to come home with me? You do? Yeah. Oh, but there's more. There's more. We're going up some more stairs. It never ends. There's so much here. You could literally spend hours. Don't be so mad, Mr. Brown Bear. It's okay. I never want to encounter you looking like this in real life. If it's a cold day, you can come and warm up by the fire. If it's a hot day, you can go hang out in one of the many air-conditioned spaces. Again, something for everyone, for every occasion. And now we're moving into yet another awesome exhibit, the Bass Pro Shops Museum. And inside awaits another adventure. Right here is something else I never want to encounter, and yet another reason I don't get in water that I can't see the bottom. This is the world record gar, 8 feet, 3 3/4 inches. Here we can find the Bass Tracker. This is one of the things that makes Bass Pro so epic. If you look right here, they have one of the original ads right here, and it was America's #1 selling fishing boat for 40 years running. Look at this. Now this is what it's all about right here. This is John A. and Johnny Morris. It was quoted to have been said, "My dad, my mentor, my hero, my best fishing buddy." That's what it's really about, guys. Finding those moments. Is Bass Pro an outdoor store? Of course it is, but it's also an experience. And that experience is encouraging others to get outside. What do we always say on our channel? Get outside, do something different. I feel like Bass Pro and I align very well in that regard. It's about encouraging you to experience the world, and in a unique way, with friends, with family, enjoying yourself fully. Ew. Glad these aren't real. That would be super stinky. Now this is a recreation of a store. I thought at first this was an actual gift shop within, but it's not. It is a recreation. And we actually have in here the story of the original Bass Pro Shop. That is what this store is. The original Bass Pro Shop. A recreation, of course. And this is the original Bass Pro Aquarium. It was a former fish tank. It was an underground gas storage tank. They cleaned it up and made it into something epic. Now right here you can check out all the information on another one of these TV screens that tells us about the original experience you would have had at the first Bass Pro. And this is what it looked like originally. A lot different than it does now. Now at the original Bass Pro Shop you could find all of your fishing needs, but you could also find discount liquor and also tackle. Basically it was all in one. Moving into our next haul, right here, we have several different really amazing displays once again. And as you can see, it's counting down and summoning us to see the 7 wonders of the Ozarks. The timeline of Cabela's is also in here. This is pretty epic. We have from 1961 all the way to 2017. And in 2017, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's came together and created the world premiere outdoor retailer. So what are the 7 wonders of the Ozarks, you might ask? Wow, that looks beautiful. The first one is, of course, Bass Pro Shops. Second is the Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium, also located right here. Then we have number 3, which is Big Cedar Lodge. Top of the Rock is number 4. Dogwood is 5. The Bass Pro Shops Shooting Academy is 6. And the Big Cedar Golf is number 7. Bass Pro has made some very famous friends, as you can see here. And with that comes a lot of glitter and a lot of sequins. It just goes to show once again that all you have to have is an amazing concept and people who believe in it, and you can make something huge and epic. This place goes on and on and on, and it's impossible for me to cover all of it in this video. So definitely a place that I would suggest you coming to. Now, you may have been to a Bass Pro in your own backyard, and those are cool, but this one is like all of those put together. It's the granddaddy of all outdoor stores. Quite literally. It's the biggest, it's the best, it has the most inclusive and complete designs. And it's not like anything you'll see anywhere else anytime soon. Okay, last but not least, guys, we're going to the Motorsports Museum. That's right, Bass Pro and Motorsports. It's the best of both worlds. Thanks guys for coming out with me today to Bass Pro Shops here in Springfield, the granddaddy of all outdoor stores. Now again, if you're not an outdoor person and you have no intention of camping, fishing, hunting, it's okay. There's still stuff here for you, and I think everybody needs to come here at least once in a lifetime. It's epic, it's huge, and it's an attraction like no other that you will find anywhere else in the world. Again, 4 million people attest to this per year. So don't miss out. Come and see Bass Pro. Till next time, guys, bye!